The incident took place on the day of 9/11. When the first plane struck the tower, the entire World Trade Center shook violently. Panic spread like wildfire, and people started screaming in terror as thick smoke filled the air. At that moment, on the 78th floor of the tower, a blind man named Michael Hingson was going about his usual work. By his side was his faithful guide dog Roselle, a Labrador Retriever. The sudden explosion and chaos startled everyone. Many people froze in shock, unsure of what to do. Michael immediately called Roselle's. Hearing her owner's voice, Roselle rushed to his side, her tail wagging slightly as if to reassure him. Despite the pandemonium around them, Roselle remained calm, her training kicking in. Michael felt a deep sense of trust in her and decided to follow her lead. Roselle gently nudged Michael towards the emergency exit. As they began descending the long staircase, the sounds of sirens and frantic voices echoed through the stairwell. Smoke and dust made it difficult to breathe, and the heat was intensifying. But Roselle moved with steady determination, carefully guiding Michael step by step. They weren't alone. Dozens of people were making their way down, many crying and praying. Some clutched their phones, desperately trying to reach loved ones. Others were frozen in fear, unable to move. As they reached the 50th floor, an announcement urged everyone to remain calm, but just as they regained some hope, the second plane crashed into the south tower. The entire building trembled again, and people screamed in horror. Debris fell, and the stairwell became even more suffocating. Roselle paused for a moment, sensing the danger, then nudged Michael forward again. She was focused. Her only mission was to get Michael out safely. By the time they reached the 30th floor, the air was thick with dust. Firefighters rushed past them, going up towards the burning floors. Some of them patted Roselle's head as they passed, acknowledging her bravery. Michael overheard one firefighter say, "Keep moving, you're going to be okay." These words gave him strength. The descent was agonizingly slow. Michael's legs burned and sweat trickled down his forehead, but he knew he had to trust Roselle. She never hesitated, her paws barely made a sound on the concrete steps, and her steady movements reassured him. After nearly an hour of navigating through darkness, dust and chaos, they finally reached the lobby. As soon as they stepped outside, the nightmare was far from over. The streets were in utter chaos. People ran in every direction, emergency sirens blared, and ash covered everything like snow. Michael gripped Roselle's harness tightly as she led him away from the crumbling building. Just minutes after they escaped, the North Tower collapsed, a deafening roar filled the air, and a massive cloud of dust and debris surged towards them. Roselle picked up speed, guiding Michael through the thickening cloud. They kept moving until they found safety several blocks away. Exhausted but alive, Michael knelt beside Roselle and whispered, "You saved my life." He gently stroked her fur, overwhelmed with gratitude. Even in the face of unimaginable terror, Roselle had never wavered. This remarkable story is not just about survival but about an unbreakable bond of trust and bravery. Roselle, a true hero, proved that even in the darkest of times, courage and loyalty shine the brightest.